Let's go Browns! It's the kind of thing that makes fans sit up and lean in, wondering if a storm is brewing behind the scenes. Rumors, whispers, and then, boom, it's all over Twitter. Is Shedeur Sanders already thinking about leaving the Cleveland Browns? It's a bombshell headline, one you wouldn't expect to hear so early in his NFL journey. But that's exactly what's igniting Browns Nation this week. And it's not just the fans, voices in the local media are speaking out, too, some even saying Cleveland might not be the right place for Shedeur to shine. So, what's really going on here? I'll tell you all the details, but first, make sure to hit the like button if you've been a Browns fan for over 16 years. The utmost respect. If possible, write something like, "Let's go Browns, I believe in the Super Bowl." No more beating around the bush. Let's get straight to the point. Let's go back in time and analyze this. An ESPN Cleveland host recently criticized the team's quarterback situation, claiming the Browns aren't giving Shedeur any chance to develop or compete. According to this host, Shedeur is buried on the depth chart, behind Kenny Pickett, behind Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and even behind Joe Flacco, who is approaching 40. He said, and I quote, "The Browns wanted Kenny Pickett to play against 40-year-old Joe Flacco. That's their answer to the quarterback position. You're not giving Shedeur a chance to start. You're not. They're not even letting him play with the guys they're training. If I were that kid, I would respectfully go to the office and ask, 'Thanks, guys, for the opportunity, but can I play somewhere else?' That right there, that's gasoline on a fire. And while it's easy to get swept up in the emotion, let's not forget what kind of quarterback room we're talking about. 4 guys, 1 job, none of them locked in as the future. And it's clear that for many fans, Shedeur Sanders represents that future. He's electric, he's confident, he's got it. So why is he QB4 on the depth chart? Joey Dona, host of the Browns Report, weighed in hard. He didn't hold back. He admitted to being frustrated with Shedeur's current position in the team hierarchy. He even acknowledged that the Browns could have handled the situation better. But he also brought clarity to something fans need to understand. Shedeur wasn't just passed on by Cleveland, he was passed on by every team in the NFL. He fell all the way to the 5th round, while names like Tyler Shaw went ahead of him. And that, folks, is not a Browns problem. That's a league-wide sleep-on-it moment. Joey emphasized patience. This isn't about blaming Cleveland. This is about allowing a young, overlooked talent to earn his stripes. He'll get an opportunity in Cleveland, Joey said. The Browns are one of the most quarterback-needy teams in the league. That's a fact. With no clear franchise quarterback and a room full of question marks, it's not far-fetched to imagine Shedeur climbing that ladder sooner rather than later. And if you think putting Shedeur on the Jets or any other team would fast-track him to the starting role, think again. As Joey pointed out, he'd be sitting behind a backup that he shouldn't be sitting behind on every team in the NFL. This is a rookie QB's reality, no matter how talented or hyped they are. It's not fair, but it's the league. Still, Browns fans are restless. You can feel it. You can read it in the comment sections. Many are begging to see Shedeur get meaningful reps, especially after his preseason action. And if we're being honest, Shedeur didn't look out of place. He looked like a guy with something to prove. But this leads us to another layer, Joe Flacco, the current presumed starter. Yes, 40-year-old Joe Flacco. And believe it or not, there's still some magic left in that arm. When asked if he expects to play this upcoming preseason game against the Rams, Flacco answered with conviction, "Yeah, I do expect to. I think there's a lot of value in preparing yourself to go play a football game and get your mindset ready for that." That's coming from a veteran who, just 2 years ago, helped lead Cleveland to the playoffs with a 4-1 regular season finish, throwing for over 300 yards in 4 straight games. Denzel Ward even weighed in recently, saying, "Oh yeah, definitely. He was coming in, he was balling, he was throwing the ball around, scoring touchdowns, and playing with a lot of confidence. That's what we're going to need." So let's pump the brakes for a second and acknowledge this. Flacco may not be the long-term answer, but if he's the guy that gives the team the best shot to win right now, then let's see what he's got. A couple of weeks of regular season action under his belt could buy Shedeur time to learn, to develop, and yes, to eventually take over. But there's one thing that needs to happen first. We need a decision on the backup quarterback. Stefanski hasn't named one yet, and fans are getting antsy. Right now, the depth chart unofficially shows Pickett at QB2, Gabriel at 3, and Shedeur at 4. That order is far from set in stone. Stefanski himself said he needs to see more before making that call. This Saturday's game might be the final audition. Pickett's hamstring is healing well. He's back in 11-on-11 drills. So it's likely we'll see both Pickett and Shedeur get plenty of reps in the upcoming game. And that's a good thing, because this decision can't wait much longer. Cleveland needs to know who's next if Flacco falters. Meanwhile, injury updates also made headlines. Denzel Ward left practice with a shoulder injury, but according to insider Jordan Schultz, it's not believed to be serious. still undergoing tests, but the initial outlook is optimistic, and that's huge. Ward is a critical piece for the Browns defense. Fully healthy, he's one of the best corners in the league, maybe second only to Patrick Surtain too. If the Browns want to make a push this year, Ward needs to be on the field. No question. And here's where it gets really interesting, because if we zoom out just a little, we start to see the outlines of something much bigger than a quarterback battle. We're watching a pivotal moment in real time, not just for Shedeur Sanders, but for the entire Cleveland Browns organization. This is a team that's been starving for stability at quarterback for years, and now they're sitting on a ticking time bomb of talent in the form of a fifth-round pick who might just be the future. So let's talk about what this really means. Let's talk about what happens if Cleveland mishandles Shedeur Sanders. Because make no mistake, this situation could go south quickly. The Browns haven't exactly built a reputation for developing young quarterbacks patiently or successfully. You've seen the jersey with the dozens of names. We've all lived through the heartbreaks. But Shedeur is different, right? He's got pedigree, charisma, poise under pressure. You can feel it, and you can bet your Dawg Pound tailgate barbecue that other teams are watching this situation like hawks. Now imagine this. Imagine Shedeur stays at QB4 for the next month, doesn't get real preseason snaps, and then gets benched for the majority of the season. Fans will be furious. Media will turn the spotlight into a pressure cooker. Trade rumors will heat up, and worst of all, the Browns could lose yet another chance to develop a potential franchise quarterback. But let's flip the script. Let's say Stefanski gives him real reps in the next preseason game. Let's say Shedeur lights it up again. Let's say he takes those second and third team reps and starts forcing the coaching staff to make tough decisions. That's the best case scenario. That's how you let this play out naturally. You don't hand him the job. You don't bury him either. You give him a real shot, just like you would any other player with that kind of upside. And this is where we come back to Joe Flacco, because his role in all of this might be more important than we realize. As much as fans want the shiny new rookie to take over, Flacco has proven he can lead. He did it just last year. 4 wins in 5 games. Comeback player of the year. And yes, the Texans game was a disaster. 2 pick sixes that ended a magical run. But let's not forget what came before that. Let's not forget what it meant for Browns fans to watch their team win in December, clinch a playoff spot, and actually feel hope going into January. Flacco isn't just a stopgap. He's the bridge. The question is, who's on the other side of that bridge? Is it Kenny Pickett? Is it Dorian Thompson-Robinson? Or is it Shedeur Sanders, the rookie with the last name that already carries weight in every locker room across the league? And don't overlook the emotional side of this. We've seen Shedeur's interviews. We've seen the way he carries himself. This is a guy who believes in himself, who wants the ball in the big moments. But this is also a guy who's smart enough to know how the league works. He's not demanding a trade. He's not pouting on the sidelines. He's grinding. He's earning respect. That's something the locker room notices. That's something coaches value more than any viral clip or social media buzz. Which brings us to Stefanski and the coaching staff. They're on the hot seat too. Not just for who they pick as backup. Not just for how they manage Flacco. But for how they handle this whole quarterback room. If Shedeur isn't the future, fine. But if he is, and they blow it, it might be a mistake the franchise can't afford to make. Meanwhile, the Denzel Ward update offers a bit of breathing room for a team that can't afford many more injuries. 4-time Pro Bowler, one of